Have you ever wondered if a city of gold could truly exist? If you have, then you're not alone. The legend of El Dorado, a city made entirely of gold, has captivated imaginations for centuries. But where did this legend originate? Our story begins with the Muisca people, an indigenous civilization that thrived in the Andean region of modern-day Colombia. To the Muisca, gold was more than just a precious metal. It was a sacred element, a tangible link to their deities. The crowning of each new leader was marked by a unique ritual. The new ruler would be coated in fine gold dust, transforming him into a shining embodiment of the divine. He would then journey to a sacred lake, where he would offer golden treasures to the gods. These treasures would be cast into the lake, a gift to the divine, a testament to the people's devotion. As the 16th century dawned, Spanish explorers set foot on South American soil. They were awestruck by the wealth and sophistication of the indigenous civilizations they encountered. But nothing seized their imaginations quite like the stories of the Muisca's golden ritual. The Spanish, driven by a relentless thirst for gold and glory, interpreted these tales literally. They envisioned a city of unparalleled splendor, where even the most mundane objects were crafted from pure gold. This city, they believed, was El Dorado. The Spanish accounts of the Muisca's ritual sparked a frenzy that would span continents and centuries. El Dorado, the city of gold, became a symbol of ultimate wealth and prosperity. It was a dream that lured countless explorers to the New World, fueling their adventurous spirit, stoking their unquenchable thirst for discovery. This ceremony sparked a gold rush that would span centuries and continents. It's a story that has been told and retold, embellished and reimagined, yet its allure remains undiminished. El Dorado, the city of gold, continues to captivate us, a beacon of mystery and wonder in our collective imagination. Gold, a symbol of wealth, power, and the promise of a better life. It was this promise that lured Spanish conquistadors to the shores of the New World in the 16th century. Driven not merely by the spirit of adventure, but by an insatiable desire for wealth, these men embarked on a relentless pursuit of the mythical city of gold, El Dorado. The tales of a city paved with gold ignited the imaginations and ambitions of men like Gonzalo Jimenez de Quesada, Francisco Pizarro, and Hernán Cortés. They were captivated by the image of a place where riches were simply lying on the ground, waiting to be claimed. They saw El Dorado not just as a destination, but as a symbol of unattainable wealth, a promise of a better life, a testament to the power of gold. Yet the pursuit of this golden dream was not without its challenges. The New World was a vast, unfamiliar, and often treacherous landscape. It was a place of towering mountains, dense jungles, and powerful rivers. But the allure of gold proved stronger than any obstacle. The conquistadors pressed on, their eyes fixed on the horizon, their hearts filled with the hope of finding El Dorado. As they ventured deeper into the heart of South America, they encountered indigenous cultures with rich traditions and spiritual practices. They saw people for whom gold held a different kind of value. To the Muisca people of Colombia, for instance, gold was not just a symbol of material wealth, but a sacred element used in religious ceremonies. This clash of cultures and values added another layer to the pursuit of El Dorado, making the journey as much a quest for understanding as it was for wealth. In the end, the city of gold remained elusive, a dream just out of reach, but the pursuit of El Dorado had begun. A pursuit that would span continents and centuries, driven by the universal human desire for wealth and power. El Dorado became a symbol of unattainable treasure, a city paved with gold, waiting to be discovered. The allure of El Dorado was irresistible, pulling explorers into the heart of uncharted territories. The 16th and 17th centuries were marked by a frenzied search for this elusive city of gold. The quest for El Dorado was not for the faint-hearted. It demanded courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the existence of a place many deemed a mere figment of imagination. Expeditions, funded by monarchs and nobles, crisscrossed the vast landscapes of South America. Men risked life and limb, venturing into the dense Amazon rainforest, scaling the towering Andes mountains, and navigating the labyrinthine rivers. They battled disease, encountered hostile tribes, and endured harsh weather conditions. But the promise of El Dorado, the dream of untold riches, propelled them forward. Among these explorers were figures like Sir Walter Raleigh, an English adventurer who led 2 expeditions in search of the city. Despite facing numerous setbacks, his determination remained undeterred. His accounts of these expeditions, filled with vivid descriptions of exotic landscapes and indigenous cultures, further fueled the El Dorado legend back in Europe. Yet the most striking aspect of these explorers was their unwavering determination. They were driven by a vision, a belief in a city paved with gold. Each setback, each failure only served to strengthen their resolve. They believed that with each step they were getting closer to their goal, closer to uncovering the truth behind the legend. These expeditions were not merely journeys across physical landscapes. They were journeys into the unknown, into the realm of possibilities and dreams. The explorers were not just seeking a city of gold, they were seeking a symbol of achievement, a testament to human endurance and willpower. The journey to El Dorado was as much about the search for riches as it was about the human spirit's unyielding quest for discovery, adventure, and the pursuit of the extraordinary. Yet, despite the countless journeys undertaken, the sacrifices made, and the lives lost, the City of Gold remained elusive, a dream just out of reach. Back home, the legend of El Dorado grew, captivating minds and inspiring creativity. As tales of this golden city made their way back to Europe, they spread like wildfire, igniting the imaginations of people from all walks of life. This was not just a story of riches beyond comprehension, it was a story of adventure, exploration, and the human spirit's unquenchable thirst for discovery. El Dorado's allure transcended the boundaries of reality and seeped into the realm of fiction. Writers weaved tales around the city, while poets used it as a metaphor for unattainable desires, and artists painted vivid images of its imagined splendor. Each interpretation of El Dorado was more extravagant than the last, fueling the fascination and keeping the myth alive. Literature of the time was rife with references to El Dorado. From the works of Voltaire to Edgar Allan Poe, the City of Gold found its way into the pages of some of the most influential writings of the era. The quest for El Dorado was not just a physical journey. It had become a literary and artistic voyage, a symbol of humanity's eternal pursuit of wealth, happiness, and fulfillment. In the world of art, El Dorado was often depicted as a utopia, a paradise on earth where gold flowed like water and the streets sparkled under the sun. These artistic interpretations reflected the deep-seated human desire for a world free from strife, a world of abundance and prosperity. Over time, El Dorado evolved from a physical location to a philosophical concept. It represented the human propensity to dream, the innate desire to reach for the stars, and the relentless pursuit of the extraordinary. It symbolized the limitless potential of the human spirit, the power of imagination, and the boundless possibilities that lay ahead. El Dorado was no longer just a place, it was a symbol of endless riches and possibilities. But what of the people who gave birth to this legend? Let us shift our gaze to the Muisca, the indigenous people who lived in the region now known as Colombia. As the originators of the El Dorado legend, their lives and culture were profoundly impacted. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived, their relentless pursuit of gold disrupted the Muisca's way of life. The Muisca's spiritual practices, which included the ceremonial offering of gold to their gods, were misunderstood by the Spanish. The Muisca were not hoarding mountains of gold, they were performing sacred rituals, honoring their deities and their ancestors. Yet, the Spanish, blinded by their greed, saw only the possibility of a city paved with gold, and they were willing to do whatever it took to find it. They imposed their culture and religion upon the Muisca, disrupting centuries-old traditions. The Muisca were forced to mine for gold, their sacred metal, which was then melted down and shipped back to Spain. However, the Muisca were not just victims of the Spanish conquest, they were a resilient people who adapted and resisted in their own ways. Some Muisca groups managed to maintain aspects of their culture, passing down their stories, traditions, and knowledge of the land through generations. Today, modern scholarship has reinterpreted the El Dorado myth, shifting the focus from the supposed city of gold to the Muisca people themselves. Scholars now understand that El Dorado was not a physical place but a cultural practice, a ritual, a part of the Muisca's rich spiritual life. This reinterpretation has allowed a greater appreciation for the Muisca and their culture. It has opened our eyes to the true wealth of these people, not a city of gold, but a vibrant culture, a profound spirituality, and a deep connection with the land. The real treasure was not in material wealth, but in the rich traditions and spirituality of these people. The legend of El Dorado, while captivating, is a stark reminder of the devastating impacts of colonialism on indigenous cultures. Yet it also highlights the resilience and enduring spirit of the Muisca people, the true heart of the El Dorado legend. Centuries have passed, but the legend of El Dorado endures. The city of gold, a chimera in the minds of countless explorers, has transcended its mythical origins to become a cultural icon. Its influence permeates through the fabric of our society, visible in literature, cinema, and even video games. El Dorado has been immortalized in films like The Road to El Dorado, and in the pages of literary works from Edgar Allan Poe's El Dorado to Voltaire's Candide. In the digital world, video games like Uncharted, Golden Abyss, and Tomb Raider allow players to embark on their own quests for El Dorado. But the legacy of El Dorado goes beyond its pop culture references. It is a symbol of the human spirit's relentless pursuit of discovery and the unknown. For centuries, explorers braved unknown lands, endured hardships, and even risked their lives in pursuit of this city of gold. Though they never found it, their journeys led to the discovery of new lands, new cultures, and new understandings. El Dorado also serves as a poignant reminder of the impact of colonialism on indigenous cultures. The lust for gold and riches led to the exploitation and decimation of many native communities. However, it also brought these cultures into the global consciousness, sparking interest and study that continues to this day. The City of Gold may never have existed, but its legend has left an indelible mark on human history. The story of El Dorado is not just about a city, it's about the human condition, our insatiable curiosity, and our ceaseless quest for something greater than ourselves. It's a testament to human resilience, ambition, and the power of belief. El Dorado remains a powerful symbol of our unending search for something greater than ourselves. A reminder that sometimes the real treasure lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself.